Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Uh-huh. So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Your favorite podcast, it's Critical Blast.
Hey, we want to shout out to our sponsors, Daytona Beach Comic Con. If you are a fan of comic books, if you're a fan of comic book conventions, and if you like meeting comic book creators and getting comics and comic-related stuff, then you need to make your plans to attend Daytona Beach Comic Con. This year's show is September 9th and 10th. Silverline will be there, so you should make your plans to be there too. We'll see you there. If you like comics and find yourself in the Orlando, Florida area, doesn't everyone come to Orlando at some point in time to see the House of Mouse? But when you're here, you need to make it a point to visit Coliseum of Comics, especially the one on East Colonial Drive. They carry Silverline comics, even a limited edition Coliseum of Comics version of our comics. So, when you go, be sure to ask for Silverline Comics and tell them we sent you. OCD stands for Orlando Collector Deviants. OCD, Steve and Trish. They're a family of geeks who promote geek things, particularly those around the Orlando, Florida area. They're big supporters of Silverline, and we think you should be supporters of theirs too. Go give them some love. If you are an independent comic book maker and you need to get your independent comics made, you need to look no further than Kablam Digital Printing. They print our books, and they do a bang-up job. They're not only trusted by Silverline, but many, many independent comic book makers. Head on over to kablam.com and see for yourself just how easy it is to have your comic printed by them. And tell them Silverline sent you.
Hi, this is Tim TK, host of That Silverline Show on Tuesday. Join us at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Tuesday night as we discuss pop culture and the joys of making comics.
And I'm Scott Wakefield, host of Silverline's Wednesday Wham, where we talk about comic books and all kinds of great storytelling, sometimes with incredible guests. And we want you to join us Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you there.
I'm Roland Mann, and I host Silverline's Silver Sunday. Join me every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we make mine Silverline. Hello, everyone, and welcome to, that light is really bright. Welcome to Silverline's Silver Sunday, this Sunday, July the 16th, 2023. That's better than it. I don't think, I get close like this and it gets real shiny, doesn't it? Is that better? I think that's, still looks shiny. I can turn the light off, I think, completely. Now I have a big reflection on my glasses. I don't think I'm going to be alone today. I think that there are a couple who are trying to log in. At least they tell me they're trying to log in. So I'm not sure what the issue is. One says they're rebooting. So I think that they're rebooting their computer. Let's see here. I already got a couple comments. Of course, Vic is first. Vic says, Buonasera, Silverliners. And then he says, not in the office, are you? Actually, Vic, yes, this is the new office. We spent, part of the reason we didn't stream last week is because we were moving. I still have a glow, don't I? A shine. I spent the time moving, and so I was just too beat up last week, bruised, and battered to do any stream last week. And now joined by Roberta. What's up, Roberta?
Hi there. My iMac is giving me an issue, so I'm on my little laptop.
Oh, okay.
Not the camera, but it'll work.
It works, right? I left Vic's comment up there. So I did spend the last weekend moving, and so I am still a little bit sore, still a little bit bruised and battered. But this is going to be the new. What's that?
I said, how's it looking?
It's still full of boxes right now. So probably at least 2 weeks, maybe. BJ threatened to come in here with the camera the other day and take a picture and to post it for I'm like, not yet. I mean, it's just all boxes. And so, yeah, I've got, the thing about it is you get to a place and you're like, where is this thing, right? So you open up a box and it's not there. You open up another box and it's not there. And so I've got open boxes scattered around and a couple of empties, but most of them are not empty. So, and you can see my bookshelf here. You can see I only got...
Need some books?
I know, I got books. I tell people, this is the only book that has ever been with me on my desk every single place I've ever been.
That says a lot about you.
I have books that are on my desk. This is not the same version. The first version I had was a $2.95 version, but this one is a $9.95 version. But whenever writers ask me what book do I keep on my desk, this is it. This is the book that I keep on my desk for my reference.
Bad pun about never going out of style.
Yeah, that's right. I think no, it does not. This is the fourth edition, and I think they're on about 10 now. I think something like that. All right, the comments are coming in like crazy here. Pops says, "Hey yo, what's up, Pops?" Facebook user says, "I used ChatGPT once and had about a 6-hour conversation about physics that was constructive and left out the issue of ego." That sounds interesting. I'm looking forward to this. I know Tommy has played with this a bunch, and he sent me copy and paste of all these stories that his ChatGPT has written. Oven! Look at that, Oven says, "Hello, Savannah Head Honcho. What's up, Oven? Good to see you here." And look at this. He finally made it. Mr. Flormonte.
No, I didn't make it. I think I don't know what's going on.
Did you have to use a different computer to log on as well?
No. Everything was working, and I walked away, and then I came back, and then nothing was working, and then all of a sudden my graphic, my camera, my good camera, decided to stop working, and then my microphone decided not to work because I finally, you remember, it hadn't been working for months, and then I finally figured out what was wrong, and I got it working. Then it decided that it didn't want to work, and then anyway, I'm here. Hey,
that's good. Let's see here. Some more. Pop says the new office. Yes, Pops, this is the new office, and we are gonna get a shot of it. It's pretty big, and we gotta have lots of stuff. There's gonna be room for within here, room for the fulfillment. The fulfillment table is right over there. My comics, I still have the comics here, but they're not behind me this time. They're right here. I can almost reach out and touch them, but I can't. My arms aren't quite that long. So yeah, it's all still here, just in a different place. David Rios says, "Hi all, what's up, Dave?" Dave is part of our Tuesday crew, as most of you know. Boss says, "Blame Crom." We always will, right? Did you move or just swap rooms? I moved. I moved about 100 miles north of where I was. So, way more than 100 miles? It wasn't way more than 100 miles. It's about 100 miles. No.
2 hours.
Yeah, that is 2 hours, yeah. You did not write what was in the box on the box? What was in the box on the box?
Living in a cardboard box?
That's
a song.
The boxes you opened.
You know, my wife is really good about that, but I am horrible about it. She will pack up a box, and she's got this big fat magic marker, and she'll write, forks and spoons and you know spices. Me, I pack it up and just say office. So I know where it goes, but I don't know what's in it. So to answer your question, Pops, no, I should have, but I did not. Infrafan, what's up? Infrafan says, hey guys, good to see you here. Infra, Vic says he's got the. All right, Vic, we'll do that. That will be the first prompt. He says, hey, Infra and Oven, hey Vic. All right, just a bunch of hellos here. I missed the long boxes. Infra, they didn't go away. I promise you. They're right over there. But actually, to be honest with you, most of them are still out in my garage. I have there's about 10 of them here, and I got the ones with I think they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them here, and I moved the ones in here into the house that have the Silverline stock in it. So
you should have set up in the garage then, so you could see all the boxes.
You know, it's a possibility. I should have.
Too hot. What do you mean?
Yeah, the garage is huge though. We've been looking at that garage and like, this is really a huge garage. So that's going to come in handy. My son has already asked me, what do we do with the empty box? We have a tendency to keep our empty boxes because we move so much. This is actually, our recent move was actually the longest we have been anywhere in my entire life. Excuse me. We were at that place 10 years? 2003, 2002, 4. No, we're 9 years. We were there 9 years. That's the longest I have ever been one place ever in my entire life. So, so yeah, we accumulated a lot of stuff that we probably should not have accumulated. We are already in the process of getting rid of it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 paper boxes that I'm going to go through, and I'm going to get rid of a bunch of stuff. A lot of it is just, you know, I would write a novel, and then I would send it out to my friends, and they would leave me comments. Well, I kept all the comments. You know, I kept their copy. So I've got, like, you know, a stack of my novels that's printed out with just their comments. I'm like, I don't need that anymore. You know, it's just like, I took what they said, I made revisions, but I don't really need to came on to their comments. So there's a lot of stuff like that. Some of it's comic scripty stuff, you know. I have notes and stuff over there that I'll probably get rid of. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of a bunch of stuff. Vic says you better not lose your old scripts. So the cool thing is, unbeknownst to me, years ago, what I would do is when I was done with the script, I would actually write on it and hand it to my wife and say, here's the final script. And I thought she was just reading them and chunking them away. She was keeping them all. She's got all the old cat and mouse scripts. She's got but yeah, a bunch of other stuff that I didn't know. She was putting them in a binder, collecting them up. She even has a whole bunch of the fan letters that we got. And I didn't.
All interesting.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was like, what? I didn't know you had all that. So I'm gonna go through that and see what we can use. I know that John Medic will be in there a couple times, and there's a few other names that you guys will probably recognize from the fan letters. Pop says, I have to write what is in the box. They all look the same. I know they do. Sounds just about right. I've been here just over 9 years too. So yeah, so it's time to move, Pops. Time to, you know, I read somewhere Americans move an average of every 7 years. Did y'all know that?
Are you sure that's accurate? Because other than a few of us, everybody else I know hadn't moved since high school.
Yeah, but well,
Yeah,
let's see what
that sounds about right for me. Like the people I know and
what.
Well, like a big move or just across the street move? I mean, you know.
No, just move homes. Yeah,
no, just move around.
Yeah.
Usually, it's like someone gets a different job somewhere and they want to get closer. Or
yep.
something.
Oh shoot. This tells me.
LA's
right.
really big, so there's a lot of choices.
Yes. All right, so
getting evicted. That's why Roberta has to keep moving. Get out of this house! Move.
Yeah, I get chased out.
the FBI catches up with her.
That's right.
Wow.
Witness protection program. She has to keep moving.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not really Roberta, just so you know.
Okay, here we go. All right, so so I Googled, and it says a person in the United States can expect to move 11.7 times in their lifetime. And then further down, it says the question is, how long does the average American live in the same house? The average length of home ownership years is 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're about right.
Yeah. So so people move a lot. So if you're one of those that's been in that, like my parents have been in their place 20 years, you know. I think they've been 20 years.
When you get older, you get comfortable somewhere.
Well, so truth is, in 2006, we bought a house in Tennessee, and we thought that was our final. That was our that was our forever house. We were going to move there. We were going to stay. We were going to retire there.
Hold on.
And then, but it didn't happen. We ended up having to, things happened to my job, and I ended up having to move out. So
I have to interject.
What's up, Pops?
I got to interject on that, man. First off, you said homeowners.
Yes.
That's not the people.
Mm.
Okay.
Let's see if I can
There's
change
a whole bunch of people that never owned a home that have moved a whole bunch or not at all, just depending on their circumstance, obviously.
Yeah, that's true. It's a big difference.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I get it. A lot of people, when you got the money to buy a new home and sell your old home, you probably can move a lot because you find a better home. I mean, you got the money to move into it, you sell your old home, right? But if you're not a homeowner and you're a, like renter or week to week, paycheck to paycheck kind of guy, you don't move unless you absolutely have to.
Well, let's see, 11.7 times. That's almost 12 times. So, where's the math?
My parents
Calculator.
probably did that when I was little, but
I'm mad having to move because every time I have to move, the rent goes up so much everywhere.
This is what I'm saying.
It's like, I wish I hadn't.
This is what I'm saying. Poor people, paycheck to paycheck people can't afford to just.
So if you take the average, let's just say, so this thing here says the average person moves 11.7 times in their lifetime, and if we just assume that the average lifespan is 75 years, right? So 75 divided by 11.7 equals 6.4. So the average person moves every 6.4 years.
So I guess you're counting like when you were living at home, living with your parents, at the point that you become an adult, how many times are you moving and moving and
right?
moving?
Because you're not in control of those times when your parents are moving.
I don't think you should count those ones as your kids because you can't. You're
not in control of
with what your parents are moving wherever they decide to keep moving. But
there's a lot of variables in that. I mean, I've easily moved 10, 12 times in my life.
Yeah, as a kid and stuff, because my dad.
No, I mean as an adult, I've been all over.
So I would say I probably moved way more than those 11 times as a kid.
Well, start counting them up.
But as an adult, I moved 2 times, 3 times. That's it.
Yeah, but see, you've been in that one place there for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep moving around.
But I don't think that's a common thing, though.
I lived in 3 different houses in the last 10 years since we've been.
I've moved more
if you're renting. I guess it's probably easier to move because you don't have anything. But once you've got the, you're paying for the house and you have equity and stuff. I guess you don't want to start over again another 30-year mortgage somewhere. So hopefully you've made some money off that house, so that way you can move into another house and only have either downsize or move into a house where you can not have much. Do a 10-year loan kind of thing and be done with it quick.
Yeah, I don't know that renting has anything to do with that, because we've gone from ownership to renting to ownership to renting. So I mean, we've kind of jumped back and forth. Yeah, I moved more as an adult than. So this is a topic for this is a topic for another time. We'll talk about that.
Get on with your ChatGPT because I want to hear about this. Doc's always getting on there trying to trick it into saying something that isn't true or argue with itself, and it's hilarious. So I hope you have
funny.
fun.
Tommy's always getting into write funny short stories. All right, let's see. Let's go through the rest of these, and then we'll dive in here. Good to see you, Pops. Vic says I have like 8 boxes worth of stuff, so I'm pretty organized. Yeah, but Vic, you're like 16, so you don't have furniture and that kind of stuff yet. You know, my
You're
desk
still at
here.
the house. You're moving to wherever your parents tell you you're moving.
That's right. Yeah. And then he says, I moved like 3 times in my life, Tennessee to Indiana to slightly better Indiana. Pops, please don't swear. I don't think he swear. Did he swear? I didn't hear him. If he did, he stuck it by us.
I didn't hear it.
Quarter of the way there. Mark Harris says, hey guys, what is up, Mark? Good to see you here. And then he says, I moved 12 times by the time I was 15. Ouch. That must be, were you a military kid? Because I know most of the military kids I know moved like every year, which I can't imagine that. I moved more as an adult than I did as a kid. But,
and then when you go to college, you count those moving in and out of the dorm. No, that can't count.
Well, I mean, you could, I guess. I didn't count those.
No, that shouldn't count.
All right, so let's see here.
Well, I got an announcement.
Yes, let's just get some announcements in.
Last page to ink of where is it at? There we go. Of
it's not revealing anything, is it?
The Champion Miss Fury book. Last page.
All right. Woo!
Yay.
And that's a physical page too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to cheat and do it digitally, but I've already started doing it on here, so we'll have another one to sell. So I'm. This was the one that I you remember I had been mentioning in our thing. I thought I was done.
You left it
I'm
out.
like, why is that page 7 missing? It's because this is where it's at. Oh, and I got a cover. I got a cover to do.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Page 7 and a cover.
Yeah. Okay.
So Mark says no. My dad was
Look
like
the last
this.
page in the thing. You guys see it?
I didn't. I saw that it was there, but I haven't looked.
Look pretty
Same
good.
here. I saw it was there, but I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
Oh, look! It turned out Mr. Pete did
Yeah,
a
we
great
saw it.
job. It looked pretty good.
Yeah. You guys have been really knocking it out. So as far so more announcements along those same lines. We got the Kickstarter told us that we have the funds. So I will be placing the order with Kablam hopefully tomorrow. If I can finish my list. You can't see. Here's my list is started. Woo! So I have to make sure that I get everything accounted for. All the reward tiers. They should all of them from the last Kickstarter they're gone, except for like 5 of you who never sent me your addresses, and I don't know who you. I've sent you emails, and so if you don't have, except for Owen, if you're listening to Owen, I apologize. We're gonna make that right, but we got to print that and get that shipped out to you. Made a mistake on Owen's, but those are all done. So all of Steam Patriots and Beyond the Stars, you guys should have your books, and I know I've seen some. Oh, look at that, we have a guest. What's up, Gabby?
Oh.
Hey, Gabby. She's like, "What? Just let me go. I don't want to be here. I'm camera shy."
She's stinky. She's stinky. Go.
Our next Kickstarter is where am I?
Is that August?
Yes, I'm trying to get the exact date so I don't get the wrong date here. It's going to start on August the 8th. And will last to August the 27th. So that will be Cat and Mouse number 4.
Yay.
And
Yay.
Kalis Achilles has landed number 2. So yes, as Roberta says, yay! This one is finally.
It's out. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I've been trying to tease different panels and artwork on all over my social media, so hopefully folks are ready for that. Look at this. What's up, Dawn? Dawn says Twitches. Vic says me and Gabby have the same haircut. Let's see here. Yeah, so you guys get ready. I am so excited. Roberta has been just knocking out the colors on this thing, and it's funny because I didn't even, we have the Dropbox. We have a shared Dropbox. Several of the books have their own Dropbox, and the last I had seen, this goes back about 2 weeks, but the last I had seen, Roberta had a couple of pages up there. And she said something. I've been doing the pages, and I'm like, what? I went and looked at Dropbox, and there's like 18 pages. I'm like, holy man!
Yeah,
what?
it's like almost done.
Yeah, it's like, oh my goodness! I had no idea there was so much done. So I was like, and then I just sat there for like an hour admiring all the beautiful colors. So. Yeah, Mark, you are absolutely right. Coloring can make or break a comic, and I've been very, very fortunate. Me as a creator, very fortunate to be blessed with some Roby Conroy colors. They're just gorgeous. So I am ready for that one. You guys mark that on your calendar. And Tommy just showed the page from Silverline Team Up, so I feel pretty confident saying I'm 99% sure that was going to be followed in October. So we'll have Silverline Team Up number 2 in October. Not sure what else will go with that yet, but you guys know how we do it. We get the books finished, then we put them right in line. What else? What other announcements? I think that's all for the announcements. Okay, so you guys, I know Tommy.
Why you keep
all right, so
my name up?
hold
I
on.
didn't know anything.
I gotta answer Mark, and then yeah. All right, so he said, who's the artist? So, Mark, there are 2 pencilers for the final issue. The first penciler is Wubba. Wubba did about half of the issue, and then he had some things come up, and then we got Miguel, I'm not sure exactly how to say it.
Darn it, I thought you were going to tell me how to say it.
The thing about it is, I messed up his name in one of my posts, and I think I got one letter wrong, and and he emailed me about it. He was not upset. He just said, hey, but man, he has been really, really doing some nice work. Yes. Barb then has inked the entire thing. Barb was the inker for all of it, and then Roberta is coloring it. So. And practically done because do you actually know how many pages you have left, Roberta?
I have 2.5.
2.5. So yeah.
I have the flats done on 21, so it'll go quick. So really a page and
yeah, and we'll have one more cover. I've asked Miguel to do a cover. Mark, you're gonna love his stuff. He's I don't know much about him except for I met a guy who's friends with him and was friends with him in Mexico. He's a Mexican artist, and so we swap. I've never spoken with him. We've only swapped emails and actually only ever emails. He has almost no social media, but he's very influenced by comics from the 70s, which is just my jam. And I look at this stuff and I'm like, oh my gosh, look how good this stuff is. And so I am hoping, keep your fingers crossed, I'm hoping I can convince him to do some more stuff after this is done. And his buddy is Salvador. Salvador is actually doing some. He's actually inking Wolf Hunter now. So so yeah, Barb. Mark says Barb. Yeah, she's inked all the issues from the very beginning. And so she's like, "Hey, I'm finishing this, and we're going out with a bang, and I think you're gonna love it." All right, so I guess I'm going to try to share my screen here and see what we can do with this ChatGPT. So where do I present?
Are you gonna make some chats happen?
I think so. I don't really know, to be honest with you. This is all pretty new to me. So
this is going to be such a fun night.
I hope so. So let me see. Let me get it up here large. All right. So already you see, I was playing with it earlier. I was trying to point. But let's see.
It won't do any vulgar stuff and cussing and this and that and the other, so we don't have to worry about editing.
Right.
What people see. Because that's one of the things.
So
there's a way to jailbreak it. Have you heard about this jailbreaking thing that people are doing with it?
No, jailbreaking. What is?
So it'll do what the people want it to do. It's kind of neat.
All right, so I'm gonna say Vic gave me the first one. All right, hold on. Let me get it back here. Vic said, gotta scroll back up here. Where is it at? All right, so Vic said, first prompt is to do a rejection letter for Vic. So here's what I'm gonna write. Are you ready for this? Write a rejection letter for a young comic artist who has a lot of potential, but still needs some work. Let's see.
And then you got to give it some stuff, say within like 10 or 100 words, so that way it doesn't ramble on. And then
let's see. Make it should be 150 words. Let's just say 100 words. 100 words. Be kind and encouraging. Should we tell it? Okay, we're going to do this first. Okay.
Kind, encouraging, with a note of don't write back.
Note of don't submit again, right?
Don't submit again.
Don't
submit see what it comes up with, because it will
again.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Dear Vic, thank you for sharing your comic with us. We truly appreciate your passion and creativity, which show immense potential. Your unique style and storytelling have caught our attention. While we recognize your talent, we believe there is room for growth and refinement in your work. We encourage you to keep honing your... See, I should just do this and send them out. This is a great letter. We encourage you to keep honing your skills and exploring new techniques. Never stop creating and learning. Though we must decline your submission this time, please know that this decision is not a reflection of your talent. We hope to see your progress in the future. Best wishes on your artistic journey. Oh, but it doesn't say don't submit again.
Yeah, I think it was too nice.
It was pretty nice, wasn't it? So
hit the generate again, because it'll come up with something else.
Oh, will it?
Yeah.
Regenerate response. Okay.
Can you modify it?
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to. All right. So thank you for sharing your work with us. We appreciate your enthusiasm and dedication to comic art. It's evident that you possess great potential, and we encourage you to continue honing your skills.
Yeah, pretty nice.
While your submission shows promise, we believe there's room for growth in terms of storytelling and visual techniques. See, this sounds great. We recommend exploring different styles and experimenting with pacing to enhance your narratives further. Keep practicing, attending workshops, and seeking feedback from fellow artists. This is fantastic. I want to hire ChatGPT now. We wish you the best on your creative journey, and though we won't be able to consider further submissions at this time, please don't be discouraged. Your passion and determination will undoubtedly lead you to success. I'm going to say this one was better.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
it still wants you to resubmit.
Yes. Well, no. It said.
It said we don't want any
At this
more
time.
That
At
third
this
paragraph.
time means, next month you'll get another letter.
That's true.
True.
So I'm going to tell it to do it in the voice of Stan
Never
Lee.
again. Say never again.
Oh, that'd be
Do
weird.
this in the voice of Stan Lee.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh, ready? Here we go. Excelsior, true believer. Thank you for sharing your marvelous artwork with us. Your passion for comics is truly infectious, and I see the spark of potential within your creations. Remember, even the most legendary heroes face trials before soaring to greatness. To truly become a master of the comic art is essential to keep practicing, learning, and evolving. Embrace the art of storytelling and explore diverse...
That last one is great. That last one.
While your submission isn't quite ready to swing with the Avengers, fear not. You possess the power to improve and astonish the world with your artistry. Keep striving and may your future adventures be awe-inspiring. With heartfelt admiration, Stan the Man Lee. Okay, see, that was pretty good.
Really good. Maybe we can learn from that.
Yeah. So you've got a couple comments over here. Mark said, yeah, Barb's a great inker. Yeah, she is. Skynet. Yeah. Vic says, can we support the writers' strike real quick? No. That's kind, Roland, untrue, but I kind of need a lot of work. You're 16, so you're in good shape. I'm sorry, Tommy, I don't mean to hide your face. Write a ballad about barbecue and tequila. Okay, we'll do that next. So I shouldn't submit 3 months. Got it. NPT, a reflection of your talent. NPT, a reflection of your talent.
Ask it what the NPT means.
Yeah, what does NPT mean?
No, you ask.
Ask.
Yeah, it'll tell you because it does all that
What
stuff.
does NPT mean? NPT can have very good grief. So, National Pie Thread.
Yeah, exactly. National Pipe Thread. That's what we thought.
Non-Proliferation Treaty.
Yeah.
Normal pressure and temperature, and not provided to. I bet that's what Pops was meaning. Not. Oh, he meant not a reflection. It said not a reflection of your talent. So,
Yeah.
all right. So let's see. Let's go back to. All right, we're gonna grab Pops's here. Write a ballad. Write a ballad about barbecue and tequila. Tequila. All right, y'all be.
But
What?
you gotta, for the sake of, so it doesn't ramble on, you gotta say like within 100 words or whatever, because everybody's gonna get bored if they all of a sudden
50.
it's 300 words of stuff.
Let's go 75. I mean, 75 words or less. Amidst smoke and sizzle, flames dance so bright. Barbecue aroma, a mouth-watering delight. Meat on the grill, tender and sweet. Tequila in hand, with friends we meet.
That's so crazy.
The fire's allure, the taste of charred bliss. Tequila's embrace, a warm, tangy kiss. Together they meld, a symphony of flavors. In the summer night, memories to savor. Barbecue and tequila, a match made divine. A perfect duo in moments like wine.
Man, I use this to start making my new rap music.
This is great. All right, before I go back to the chat, you guys got anything? Roberta? Throw something at me.
Why don't you make cat and mouse talk to each other? Write some dialogue.
I'm not sure it would know cat and mouse.
Yeah. I've seen people do it, but you have to write
You have to
your
feed it.
question in
Like,
such a
put
way
too
where
much
you
info about
describe
the
each
character in.
person.
Yeah.
I'll see. Two young crime fighters.
Having a discussion about something.
Discuss who goes in the building first.
About who goes in the building first.
In 100 words or less.
No, 50 words.
50 words.
50 words or less. Let's see what that generates. I should lead. My acrobatics evade traps better, said Alex. But my tech skills ensure safety, replied Casey. They smiled, realizing their strengths complemented. Hand in hand, they entered the building, ready to conquer evil. United, they were an unstoppable force, destined to protect their city.
You know, a lot of it is not perfect, but you could take this and run with some of this.
You
stuff.
absolutely could.
That's the point, right? You're supposed to at least get a jump-off point.
I agree. I think that people are all worried about stuff. The thing about it is, this thing is not gonna. This is not going to generate something. It can't generate something that it doesn't have the information for, right?
If there's a lot of stuff written about a particular personality, then I would imagine it would.
Yeah. All right. So let's try to do it. Let's see. A strong-willed, young male crime fighter, masked crime fighter, and a smart Alec. Doesn't like Alec. A-L-E-C-K. All right. Well, how do you spell that?
That's what it was.
That's English people.
Smart Alec.
That's the way I would.
How about know-it-all?
And a know-it-all. Okay, there we go.
You go.
Know-it-all. And a know-it-all young female masked crime fighter.
With ninja skills.
What's that?
With ninja skills.
Oh, both with ninja skills. Argue about who will enter the building first. One must enter first.
Okay.
75 words or less.
That was quick.
That is quick. So quick.
I should enter first. Oh boy, okay. You go.
Declared the male crime fighter I should have given him a name. His determination unwavering. My stealth and strength can handle any threat. The female crime fighter smirked. Your brawn won't match my brain. I'll strategize and clear the path. Their eyes locked, both refusing to back down. Then a sly smile formed on the male's face. Let's do this together, he proposed. With synchronized ninja moves, they entered the building as a formidable team, ready to face whatever darkness lay ahead.
Yes.
They don't get the one must enter.
No, that does not. One must enter first. Oh my goodness, look at all these comments here now. Was a typo. Next, let's ask it to write a Miss Fury comic script. But it doesn't know Miss Fury. That's the thing. If you select one of them, what's that?
I said you can ask. You never know.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Do you know?
If you say who is Roland Mann, it'll give you a bio of you.
No, really?
Yeah, well, I punched my name in just to see what it would do.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
What the heck?
It's just scouring the internet, pulling up some stuff.
Nice.
Oh man!
Yeah.
I thought you could Google yourself, but now we should chat.
No, I even with my Zomboy Kid Hero stuff. I said, "Who's the creator of Zomboy?" And it named the band. And I said, "Who's the creator of Zomboy, the comic book?" And it named somebody else. And I said, "No, the creator is Thomas Flormonti from Inferno Studio." And it says, "Oh, thank you for correcting me." And then I went back, "Who's the creator of Zomboy?" And it goes, "Oh, it's Thomas." So it learned when I told it who the
Mhm.
correct.
That's pretty wild. All of this is correct except for the trouble with girls. I didn't have anything
Well,
to do
then
with it.
correct them.
How do I do that?
I'm not exactly.
Oh, that's just copying it, isn't it? Yeah, because Trouble with Girls was written by Gerard Jones.
Well, why don't you write that down?
The comic book Trouble with Girls. I don't know. I don't know. I just told it.
See what happens. See, we're learning. It's learning. We're learning.
Now it was. Oh, look at that! Ah!
I apologize.
Oh man. It's pretty good that they didn't point out Jerry's most recent problems. I'll just leave it at that. All right, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Smart Alec Vic says, I haven't heard that since I was like 8. They still going hand in hand. Yeah. Vic says it does. I'm still learning, I guess. Do Pops Van Zandt. All right, let's see. Who is Pops Van Zandt? There is no widely known or I'm sorry, Pops. In popular culture history, it's possible that Pops Van Zandt could be a character in a book, movie, or TV show after my life. This is 2021, Pops, so Pops Van Zandt is the character. I recommend checking more important sources. Let's say who is Thomas Flormonti?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Junior, because it may. I'll leave the junior off and see if it says my dad.
I bet you need the junior.
Mm-hmm.
Flormonti Jr. What? All right, let's try Tommy.
It's not, we don't.
What?
I don't exist.
Tommy,
No.
you need. It looks to me like you need to work on your SEO.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Good. I'm avoiding all those.
Who is Roberta Conway?
You're just being cruel. I'm not. They're not gonna know me either.
All right, I won't do it then.
Yeah. Wait till I have my own.
I'm just really surprised I'm on there, y'all. That.
You are a teacher and inspirer. So yes.
Well, it still surprised me. All right, what else can we ask it? Dadgum, it's 10 to 9 already.
What is some of the stuff that people are using this for that are for
All right.
for bad stuff or like for schools and stuff? So how easy is it to get it to create a short bio or a short essay or
all right, write an essay on Huckleberry Finn. Civilization versus shoot, what is it? Civilization versus
I don't know where you're going.
yeah.
I'm not sure
so
what he's looking for.
There's one of the most
Why
common.
don't you ask it essay topics on Huckleberry Finn?
I love that.
That starts it.
Oh, I got a couple of good funny ones that we could do that I've actually used. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Still thinking.
Yeah, that's when you gotta
Maybe
sometimes 10 bullet points is what you would say or something.
Yeah, so this is pretty interesting. All right, so now
Pick one.
let's just take this top one. All right. Write an essay.
How many words?
Yeah. Oh yeah, write a 75-word essay on the theme of race and life. Here we go. Let's see what that does. In The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Mark Twain masterfully tackles the theme of race and racism. Through vivid characterizations and gripping events, Twain confronts the prevalent racial prejudices of his time. The portrayal of Jim, a runaway slave, challenges readers to confront their own biases and question societal norms. Twain's satirical commentary on the ignorance of racism serves as a powerful critique, urging us to recognize the humanity in every individual, irrespective of their race, and encourage a collective push towards a more just and inclusive society. Yeah, I would say that was pretty doggone good.
It's a good essay on why not to burn the book.
Yeah. All right, Tommy, what'd you have?
No, I was trying to formulate it. Say 5 short story synopsis dealing with a girl and her dog in space. That was my thing from last time. Yeah, five little.
Let's say 25 words each.
Yeah,
right?
There you go. Try it.
Dealing with a girl and her dog in space. Let's see what we get.
Telepathic dog. That's funny.
A brave girl and her telepathic dog embark on a cosmic quest to rescue a lost alien friend, discovering the wonders of the universe along the way. Okay. After a space accident, a girl and her genetically enhanced dog must work together to repair their ship and find their way home. All right, now I like that one better.
Uh-huh.
See, the first one was just kind of, whatever, right? But this one, she's got a clear goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so a girl and her loyal space-exploring dog encounter a mysterious interstellar anomaly that grants them extraordinary powers, forever changing their cosmic adventures. When a girl's dog mysteriously gains the ability to navigate through space, they uncover an ancient canine civilization and must protect it from an impending threat. Okay, now that one's kind of cool.
Yeah.
In the distant future, a girl and her dog become the first interspecies explorers, uncovering forgotten civilization and forging unbreakable bonds across the stars. You know, 2 out of 5, that's pretty good.
I know, but what's so weird about this, if you now hit generate again, and it's going to come up with 5 other ones. It's just random stuff. A lot of them, they tend to kind of follow the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
In a cosmic adventure, a young girl and her loyal canine companion explore distant planets, discovering alien wonders while navigating interstellar. Yeah, that one's kind of the same.
that was kind of the same one.
A girl's bond with her trusty spacefaring pup deepens as they encounter extraterrestrial beings, unravel celestial mysteries, and save the galaxy from imminent danger. In a daring intergalactic quest, a girl and her canine sidekick embark on a mission to rescue her missing astronaut father, uncovering secrets that defy the boundaries of space and time. That was kind of interesting. As a girl and her extraordinary spacefaring dog voyage through the cosmos, they uncover an ancient prophecy, leading them to protect the universe from an impending cosmic threat. All right. And then in a tale of adventure and friendship, a young girl and her telepathic canine companion forge an unbreakable bond while exploring distant galaxies, encountering awe-inspiring worlds and creatures. I think the first one was better, don't you?
Yeah.
Let me make sure I'm not missing some of these comments here. The Pops and Vic are going wild over here. Vic says, time to replace Roland with ChatGPT. Can you write an essay on my summer reading of Pride and Prejudice? I got to get it done before next month.
Vic, this is
right.
free. Just go in there and
Here you go, Vic. Write a 75-word summary of Pride and Prejudice.
But,
All right, Vic.
Write a 75-word, a funny, a humorous summary, so that way we can put some things on it, and then in the voice of come up with somebody that you think that writes well.
Hey. Okay. I was gonna say in a voice of a snarky teenager. You want to do that?
Yeah.
Teenager. All right, Vic. You taking notes? All right, here we go. So like there's this super uptight girl, Lizzie, rolling her eyes at everyone in their fancy parties. And then this rich dude, Darcy, strolls in acting all too cool for school. Eye rolls escalate. But hold up, they totally hate each other until they don't. Cue the awkward dances and cringeworthy proposals, drama, romance, and the ultimate eye-rolling, eye-locking love story. Classic literature with some serious attitude.
That's funny. No, I guess
How's
for
that, Vic? Use
entertainment.
that one. Stick your name at the bottom of it.
Yeah. All right, Vic, take a screenshot.
You're done.
That's right. Your homework's done. You're welcome. I'll send you a bill.
What if Pride and Prejudice was in space?
What? Say again?
What if Pride and Prejudice was in space? Could you rewrite the story in space?
Summary of Pride and Prejudice in space.
If they were aliens.
100-word.
That would be cool. I want to see.
What did you say, Tommy? What'd you add?
Where all of the characters
as
are
aliens.
From Mars. Or Pluto or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. In the cosmic realm. In the cosmic realm of Jupiter, Lazara, a witty and independent Jupiterian, dismisses the pretentious gatherings of the high-gravity ball. But when the enigmatic and aloof Darcian arrives from Saturn's orbit, their gravitational pull sparks undeniable tension. Amidst interstellar misunderstandings, Lazara confronts her own preconceptions while Darcian battles his icy demeanor. As alien cultures collide, alliances form, and epic space battles of wit and romance ensue. From Jupiter's rings to distant galaxies, this otherworldly tale explores the universal themes of pride, prejudice, and cosmic connections that transcend planetary boundaries. A stellar romance of astronomical proportions. And look at this, it even puts a little planet.
Yeah, that's great.
Put some little icons in.
ChatGPT is putting emojis.
You can put emojis on there.
Yeah, look at this. Pop said that. It even has the eye roll emoji on the on this one up here.
Eye roll. That's nuts.
Wow. That was satisfying. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So here's one. Let's see. What are 5 topics for a comic creator stream?
Yeah, you could easily do that.
What are 5 topics for comic creator stream? Let's see if we're going to talk about any of these. Character design and development. Discuss techniques for creating compelling and diverse characters, from their visual appearance to their personality traits and backstories. We've done a little bit of that. Panel layout and storytelling. Explore the art of visual storytelling through effective panel compositions, pacing and conveying emotions to captivate readers. Inking and coloring techniques. Boy, it's surprising how much this thing really knows about comics, right? Dive into various inking and coloring styles, tools, and software to add depth and vibrancy to color illustrations. Writing engaging comic scripts. Share tips and tricks for crafting engaging comic scripts, including dialogue, narration, and effective pacing. And then building a strong online presence for comic creators. Let's discuss strategies to grow a fan base and promote comic work through social media, web comics platforms, and online communities. That's a good one. Yeah, Vic says, wasn't the first one last week's Tuesday show? I think so. Or I don't know if it was last week's, but I think they did it. Tim's always coming up with cool stuff like that. Looks like a normal day in the madness. Let's take one and see if it can expound on it a little bit. What are let's go 7 bullet points for a comic creator stream titled Building a Strong Online Presence for Comic Creators. See what it comes up with. Wow. Utilize social media platforms. Explore effective ways to engage with fans on platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and use them to promote your comic and connect with your audience. That's pretty good. Nailing your website and webcomics. Learn how to create a visually appealing website, optimize it for mobile, and make the most of webcomic platforms for maximum reach. That's pretty good. Engaging content creation. Discover strategies for creating engaging content beyond your comics, such as behind-the-scenes glimpses, Q&A sessions, and fan interactions. Leveraging email lists. Understanding the importance of building and nurturing an email list to communicate directly with your fans and keep them updated on new releases and events. We've been trying to work on this some. Collaboration and cross-promotion. Explore the benefits of collaborating with other creators and engaging in cross-promotion to expand your reach and gain new fans. Running crowdfunding campaigns. This is a good one. Get insights into launching successful crowdfunding campaigns for special projects or print editions and how to rally your community support. Analytics and data. Learn how to analyze data and insights from social media and website metrics to make informed decisions and refine your online strategy for better. I'd kind of like to hear someone do that one. Let's see. With the voice of Stanley, Marv Wolfman, and Alan Moore discussing it. Yeah, that would be good. Oh man, it's 9:02 already. What else? You want to run anything else by it?
I've got a bunch of silly things, but I'm trying to think of something that would be good.
Sorry. Not sure.
How about 10 comic book titles? Uh-oh.
It actually does know who Miss Fury is. Wow. Okay. Right? Let's see if we can write a 3-page comic script about Miss Fury's granddaughter.
Okay.
DDR set in 2020.
Oh no! Look.
Oh my gosh.
Doing panel layouts and stuff.
Oh my gosh. I said a 3-page, and that just said page 5.
It looks a little corny from my quick read.
Let's see here. Page 1, wide shot of a bustling city street in 2020. People are walking, cars passing by, and skyscrapers towering in the background. The panel focuses on a young woman in her mid-20s with a determined expression. This is Laura Drake, Miss Fury's granddaughter, who bears a striking resemblance to her iconic grandmother. New York City, 2020, panel 2. Laura stands at a busy intersection observing the city around her. A sense of duty and curiosity fills her eyes. Laura Drake, a modern-day adventurer with an extraordinary legacy. Close-up of Laura's smartphone showing a news alert about a series of mysterious art thefts. Breaking news, art gallery heist puzzle authorities. Page 2, that was panel 1. Laura, now at her stylish apartment, studies the news alert on her laptop, wearing a black leather jacket with a sleek cat motif. Mysterious art heist across the city. Could this be the work of the Crimson Claw gang? Panel 2, medium shot of Laura in her private room, examining an old photo album containing pictures of her grandmother as Miss Fury. My grandmother was a hero. It's time to embrace the legacy. Panel 3, Laura wearing a modified version of her grandmother's catsuit, now equipped with high-tech gadgets. The new Miss Fury rises. Page 3, Panel 1, action scene. Miss Fury 2.0 leaps from rooftop to rooftop, closing in on an art gallery where a heist is taking place, tracking down the Crimson Claw gang. Panel 2, Miss Fury 2.0 infiltrates the gallery through a skylight. Her moves are swift and agile, reminiscent of her grandmother. Whoosh! Panel 3, Miss Fury 2.0 confronts the Crimson Claw gang members who are startled by her appearance. Time to put an end to this art crime spree. Oh, that would be her, not them. Page 4, I said a 3-page thing. Page 4. Just like writers, it can't listen. Yeah.
I gotta add more pages.
Dynamic action sequence. Miss Fury 2.0 takes down the Crimson Claw gang with her acrobatic. That's the summary. That's not one panel. Crack, wham, thud. Crimson Claw gang members in disarray. Miss Fury 2.0 stands victorious. Who are you? The legacy of Miss Fury, defender of justice. Police officer, thanks for the assist, Miss Fury. You haven't seen the last of me. Okay, that was kind of
That's
goofy.
fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was silly, but
There you go, Vic. You can draw that one.
There.
Vic said, come on, do the Miss Fury script. This sounds pretty similar to something I read from back in the 90s. Har, 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 har.
probably would be.
Wasn't that similar, although it was her granddaughter. Chunky old school dialogue. Good. Yeah. All right, what else?
Maybe that's the 90s for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see if ChatGPT can help us come up with some titles for a comic. So
Ooh.
how would you write that?
You mean like a title for the story, or like a title,
Not a title
for a
for the
book?
book. We got a book. We don't have a title for it. We need
Okay.
some unique. We need 5 unique titles with the characters being. We can name some characters.
Okay, here we go.
need a
Let's
title.
do Champion and Miss Fury.
All right,
Let's see if it comes up with Champ Fury.
Champ Fury.
5 unique titles for a comic book by Silverline Comics featuring the characters of Champion and Miss Fury. Anything else?
Let's see what it does.
All right. If it does Champ Fury, I'm going to laugh. Silverline Showdown. Champion versus Miss Fury.
That's kind of what we did.
Cosmic Collisions, the saga of Champion and Miss Fury. Legacy of Heroes, Champion and Miss Fury unite. Tales from the Stars, Champion and Miss Fury Chronicles. Feline and Fist.
Oh, look, see,
I like-
came up with something.
Miss Fury and Champion's Cosmic Conversion. I like Feline and Fist. That's good.
That's funny.
It was actually a unique one out of the 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty good. Feline and Fist.
That's funnier than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, I think if you feed this, right, if you feed it more information, more detailed information, you're going to get a more detailed response.
Yeah,
You know?
if you go online to see what some people are typing, they'll a whole paragraph that's a couple of 100 words, and they'll feed it in there and get some really interesting stuff.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That was kind of fun. What would you, if you were just to, what are your thoughts and feelings now on having spent the evening? I know, Tommy, you spent some time with it before, but
Oh, I play with
What
it
do
all the time.
what do you think about it?
Me personally?
Yeah. Would
I
you
could
use this for Zomboy?
No, not really, because I've already got all these stories that I've already got. But if I needed to come up with, if there's something going on in the story and I needed, why they were in a 7-Eleven, some little funny something that or go back to it real quick.
Oh.
But so say whatever, I had a page that they were in the 7-Eleven and I needed them to do something funny and I just couldn't come up with anything. So you could say like 2 kids in a 7-Eleven trying to get soda out of a broken machine and see what it comes up with. Just to come up with, see what it would.
All right, so write a funny 2-page scene about 2 kids in a 7-Eleven trying to get soda out of a broken machine.
Sure, why not?
All right.
Oh, now it's still doing comic book stuff.
It is.
A synopsis.
Yeah. All right, so let me stop generating. Let me revise this to a 2-page summary. Yeah. Write a funny 2-page summary.
All right, a 75-word summary. Put it
Okay, there you go.
Because we just need, some little blurb of something silly that you can then turn into it.
In a fizzy quest, 2 mischievous kids, Mike and Lucy, wage war on a stubborn soda machine at 7-Eleven. Their wild tactics, from a dollar bill dance to summoning soda spirits, lead to a hilarious avalanche of sodas. As the store clerk looks on in amusement, the soda chaos ensues, leaving Mike and Lucy to toast their victorious soda shower in the end. Soda machines
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's just soda machines beware. These kids are unstoppable.
If you were needing some little funny little something, you could take that, and then I could see, all of a sudden just drawing Zomboy and whoever's standing at the soda machine, and then have, and say, oh, that's a great idea. You could just have the clerk sitting there looking at them funny while they're trying to get drinks, and them water squirting everywhere and all kind of. Yeah, that's a good little step off.
Yeah. The dollar bill dance sounds funny.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I think that I don't think it's going to replace any writers anytime soon. But I do think that it's a tool, right?
Just like everything else.
Yeah, you can use it to generate ideas. I'll probably go back and key in ideas for. Well, I'm not gonna go back that far. Key in ideas for the stream because I'm always looking for topics for the stream. You guys, I yell at you guys sometimes. Help! What do y'all want to talk about? And so anything to help come up with some ideas, and they're just ideas,
and you see the weirder and the funnier query that you punch into it, the better output you get.
Yeah. So I think like anything, it's just a tool. Vic says, I hate this, but you do you. I wouldn't shy away from using it. You see, I had an account. I think probably for actual writing, and this is one of the things that, of course, this has come up with, at my school, and one of the things that it is pretty good at writing kind of technical stuff, like that rejection letter to Vic. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was word on. I think I've got rejection letters just like that.
Right? Yeah. That's a cut and paste and sign it kind of thing. Yeah.
I think what the problem that people are having is, what's the difference of me saying, hey, Roland, I got a page that I got Zomboy in the 7-Eleven. Tell me something funny.
Yeah.
Right? And then you spit out something.
Yeah.
And then, or coming to this thing, people, I think, just don't like the idea of this AI thing becoming bigger than what it is, rather than what people are getting out of it. I think that's where the problem is.
Cater to laziness, right? If you really don't want to sit there with your own thoughts.
Yeah, but what if I ask you to tell me something funny? What's the difference? I
Well,
think
why
it's
would you
more the
ask me to do
technology
that?
that people are having problems with rather than what's
Well,
coming.
my biggest problem with the technology is that it comes from everything that it is fed.
Yeah.
So new ideas will never abound in a space like that. So if you want to rehash a topic like, how they come up with movie ideas based on other movies, that works.
Yeah.
But if you want where human beings shine is creatively taking those things that kind of feel natural and moving it to a space of new thought, and that's not going to happen there.
Yeah. Well, our again, I go back to the school because I think I think creatively, as we can see, it does some goofy stuff, right? So I mean, I don't know that we're really going to get a ChatGPT to write a comic script or a film script or a novel or
A full novel. Yeah.
not yet anyway. But the fear is Vic says it wasn't awesome for me, but it was well written because of the rejection letter.
Sorry, Vic.
Yeah, but the point is, it sounded, Vic, you could have gotten that, and you wouldn't have known, you wouldn't have known it had been written by a computer or an AI. And this is part of the problem that we're having at school is sometimes, we just ask them to read books and stuff. And some of their, they do creative work, but sometimes I'm like, hey, go read Zomboid and write me a 75-word summary. Well, what's to stop them from, doing that and submitting that? And now there are, so here's the interesting thing. And I don't know that a lot of people know this. In the same way that they're coming up with this ChatGPT, they're coming up with software for instructors to catch it, right? So you
I
can
don't
actually.
think that'll even work. That'll probably never work, right?
I
Like,
don't.
what if it's just faulty, so you end up like not getting to graduate because some teacher thought you made it up because the chat aided, software thought he caught it.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that.
It doesn't sound like a great way to test kids. And a
I
lot of extra work on the professor's behalf.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, this is one of the things that has been probably just the last 6 months, maybe a year. It has been the number one topic in our university, and I assume universities throughout is that students are beginning to use stuff like this, and so how do you stop it? How do you catch it? Because
I think what you're testing for is the importance. So, like, if you figure out is your test just simply to read, their summary, or do you have an oral quiz that adds their actual thoughts and opinions from there?
Yeah.
You might have to change your testing to accommodate for technology like this.
Well, one of the things that I do in my class, and this helps to avoid some of this, is that I generate a new world every month. Right, so like in the TV writing class, for instance, the students go in there and they have to write it based on existing TV shows. So they have to write. I think it's like NCIS and I think it was Walking Dead so they had to pitch and then write an episode for those TV shows, right? And so those exist. Well, I give them a very minimal. Here's the world. Here are 5 characters, and I alternate those every month. So they have to come up, and then they don't exist, right? So they can't just go out and say, tell me about NCIS and write a script about it. They can't do that with the content they've gotten from me. Now they might find ways around it. I don't know, but Vic says, yeah, it would just feel like a cut and paste rejection with no advice. Again, I think one of the things that like if I were to use that for
apparently
rejection,
Vic's not gotten many of these rejections. Those rejection letters are exactly what we were.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I mean, word for word. Those look just. I mean, there's not.
Listen, we had a stack of photocopies.
Yeah.
Back in the day,
Yeah,
it was just a photocopy.
With photocopied signatures on it, that you can tell the person didn't sign it or anything. Yeah, I mean, that is what you would get without any kind of criticism. So
not only that, Tommy, is the editor generally wouldn't even be the one to reject it. It was an assistant editor.
Yeah.
Roberta, you remember Gerald de Victoria, don't you?
Of course.
Yeah, Gerald was my assistant editor, and he's the one that he went through all of those, all the ones that came to me. Gerald's the one that did it, and I didn't see 95% probably, if not more.
See the stellar winners.
Yeah, exactly. He only brought me the really good stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
And then if you weren't looking for anybody, that sat in a stack. And and then generally probably whenever you did need something, you went to your go-tos at that point, and then if they weren't available, then you would whatever the newest stack that you had, you might flip through those. And
Yeah, and Gerald was usually, I mean, he was always attuned to what was going on, so he would say, hey, there's this guy in the submission pile, check this guy out. You should check this guy out. Yeah, and he would sometimes bring me one or two or a couple, hey, check these guys out,
ladies, check these folks.
Guys is a generic,
people.
I don't mean,
Yeah.
Roberta's getting mad now.
No. Come on.
No. Listen, Roberta's been female for as long as I've known her, so I don't think she's had a problem.
As far as that goes. But I've been fine with being called you guys as long as I've lived. I've never thought of it as like, oh, you have to change the word for me not to be offended that you're not including women in that thought. Like English isn't really good about that.
No, but I will say this, Roberta. I think this is why Southerners have it right? Because we have a tendency just to say y'all, and that's everybody, right? Y'all.
Let's go.
Come on, y'all, let's go. That means no matter guys and gals.
Hear my voice is who I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah. All right.
But it was an interesting idea about like writing a rejection letter, because I can't imagine anyone has that thought in their mind that their wonderful submission wasn't poured over with thought and love.
Yeah. And
it's sad, but it's reality.
It is. Yeah. And the funny thing is, I don't know why. This is probably one of those things I am finally going to get. I kept all of my rejection letters. I
think I got 2 or 3. I know I got 2 Marvel ones and a DC one sitting around somewhere.
You just held on to, yeah.
Yeah, but the very first ones, those were kind of fun.
Yeah. I've got rejection letters from the comic publishers. When I started off, I got rejection letters from agents when I was looking for an agent for my novel. I got rejection letters from publishers for that. And I just kept them all. And some of them are cut and paste. Yeah. They're form letters, right? That's what we called them, a form letter. And literally, so one of the things that we would do is that every publisher has a set of submission guidelines, right? And those submission guidelines there are there to weed people out. Because here's the idea.
You're not following those things.
Right. If you can't follow the directions, then I don't want to work with you. So literally, if you didn't follow the directions, boom, form letter, no notes, no signatures, no nothing. Thank you for your submission. It's not for us at this time. That's it. I got my share of those when I first got started. It was always exciting, and Tommy, I know you absolutely remember this. It was always exciting to see a handwritten note from the editor. Yeah. Not right for me this time. Try again. Yes, the editor wants
later. Yeah.
Yeah. But
my Marvel ones, because it had Spider-Man on it. If I remember, he was on down the side. Remember, and then I think the DC one had I think it had Superman on it, if I'm not mistaken. The one I've got.
Yeah. So I got
color too.
I got one with Marvel with Spider-Man at the top also. It had he was sitting like on the
maybe that's what it was.
The logo. But I do remember one that had him on the side. But yeah.
Most of them said, "Thomas, quit sending me stuff. Leave me alone." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But no, I think that like a rejection letter like that.
Once a week is too much. Once a week is too much, Thomas. Quit sending me stuff.
But I think you could use this to say generate a letter, and then you could go back in and add
sprinkle some stuff in.
Yeah, your own personal things in there, and that would be almost like keeping a form letter on your desktop, I think.
Well, what's the difference? See, this is where I had my problem. What's the difference with using ChatGPT to do that, if that form letter, rejection form letter, or just go into Google and say, give me, I need a form letter or a rejection form letter, and then it just pulls up some and you just grab one of those and send it on. There's no difference.
Because chances are you might have to pay for those.
Right now, they're all over the place.
That would be the biggest reason.
Yeah.
There are plenty of stuff.
Mm-hmm. But just
Vic says, I guess I've been spoiled by the kindness of my rejections. It's possible. Have you submitted to? Well, you can't really submit to Marvel and DC. You should try to submit to. If you want some harsh rejections, Vic, try to submit to some place like Image.
Right.
Send your art package to IDW. Maybe Booms.
Or Archie or somebody.
Send it to Archie. Archie would be a good one.
I don't even know if they're taking.
Yeah, you happen to be, and I know this, Vic. You happen to be working. You're submitting stuff directly to creators and some pretty good folks. So you are getting some kind replies. Vic says, I have screenshots. I don't print them out. Yeah, back in the day when they came in paper, you would have had to actually take a picture of it to have a screenshot. So, mine are all in files. He goes, so you got my G-Man comics rejection was pretty nice. Well, that's cool. That was from Rick Offenberger. While I love G-Man and Rick, I got their books. I'm thinking somebody a little bigger, Vic. That's where you have a tendency to get sort of the form letters and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's better to stick with some of the smaller guys. Yeah, the
it is absolutely
bigger, busier people. Form letter, you're going to get a form letter unless you know somebody, or they're already looking for your submission to be coming in.
Yeah. I approached Rick directly. Yeah, Rick's a good guy, so yeah, of course you're going to get a nice one from him. All right. So anything else? Any other thoughts, you guys?
Well, we'll have to go to the image generator next as a topic.
Oh, well, one of you guys might have to do that because I'm sure I could do it, but I think that would be a great.
Most of them are now.
That could be more than a
charging.
singular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do either of you have access to one of those softwares? The only one I know of is Midjourney, and that's because I know someone who uses it.
So unless you pay for it, you're not getting anything out of that one. Just the goof off with.
Well, there's another one that I haven't started it.
Oh, I'm trying.
I just did the free version of it.
Yeah. So you wanna
play with Leonardo.ai. It's a fun one.
So Roberta, you wanna be the one to pull it up on your screen and do stuff when we do it? We'll do it in 2 weeks.
I can try it.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll do it in 2 weeks. Next week, we're gonna talk about the tribulations of moving. So some of what we talked about today, we would go some of those numbers, but we'll talk about the different moves that maybe we've had and problems we've had, and then so that's what we'll talk about next week. Tuesday, our Tuesday crew is going to be talking about your first steps to making comics. That's their topic, and then on Wednesday, the Whammers are having special guest Kevin West. You guys know Kevin West. Fantastic artist who's done work for Marvel, DC, Wildstorm, Image, Malibu, and he actually even did a piece for Divinity. So a fantastic artist, and so he'll be a guest this Wednesday. And then, like I said, this weekend, next week we'll be talking about the tribulations of moving, and then in 2 weeks we're gonna talk. What do we call it? Art AI, Roberta?
Yeah.
Playing with Art AI, because this one was playing with ChatGPT. Playing with Art AI. Okay, so that's what we will talk about in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
All right, it's down on the calendar. Let's see. I think I'm the target. Vic says, I think I'm the target audience for Tuesday. That's fine.
Okay.
Just take one of Roland's scripts and do it. Take one of my scripts and do the art. Yeah, I'll be okay with that. Be fine. All right, so Roberta, anything before we sign off here?
Nah, just have a good night.
Okay, Tommy. You know what? I don't know where my wristband is yet. I haven't unpacked that. I can hold up my glasses or my drink, but I don't know where my wristband is. All right, so until next time. Yeah, you guys get me. Okay. All right. Until next time, you guys. Remember to make mine Silverline. Good night, everybody.
Couple of months coming up. Number 2. Woo!
Hi, I'm Bill Black. I created FemForce, but you know what? Today, make mine Silverline.